Hello, welcome to High Vibes for You. My name is Michelle. In this video, we are going to be doing the parenthood vibes. This is a new series that I'm bringing to High Vibes for You. It's just for the parents, male or female. This is to check in with our mental, our physical, emotional, and spiritual, and just to kind of see where we are, our energy, and how it's affecting our children and the long-term effects that it could have on our children. I'm also giving advice and solutions to help break old patterns or cycles that aren't really working. And we also look at some things that are working that you're doing and give you advice on what you could start doing, what you should stop doing, and also a potential outcome card. So this intro is going to be unanimous for every single element. I just kind of wanted to do one intro explaining my new series, and then it'll pretty much be the same from there. But the decks that I'm using in this is the Soul Tree Oracle deck. This one, I got this off of Etsy. And we're also going to be using this deck. I don't remember the name of it. I got it off of Etsy. I'll make sure I put the link below if you're interested. And we're also using the traditional Rider-Waite. This one is the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. Oh my goodness. And then also the Sacred Destiny Oracle. This one. And the Piper Fortune Telling deck. And I'm also using the Soul's Journey lesson cards for this reading. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into your element and start your reading. Hello, Earth signs. Welcome to your Parent Vibe spread. Real quick, I am taking personal readings. All my collective readings that I do on my channel are available for personal readings on my Etsy store. If you're on Facebook, you can also book a reading through there. It'll just redirect you to my Etsy store. I appreciate it. Be sure to like us on Facebook if you do. And now we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading. So this deck I'm going to use to get the energy of you currently. And then we're going to look at your strengths, weaknesses, and what you need to start doing, what you need to stop doing, your mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. Some additional guidance, how it's affecting your children currently, and the long-term effects, and then a potential outcome card. So let's just dive right in. Earth signs, current energy. Throat chakra, and believe. Bottom of the deck we have surrender. I think this is beautiful. So with surrender and throat chakra, I feel like you've surrendered to yourself essentially. You're done fighting how you feel about situations. You're done biting your lip about situations with people that you're dealing with. This is a truth that's been illuminated inside of you, and you have a newfound belief. And you're surrendering to it, and as a result, it's allowing your throat chakra to be open and operational completely. So let's see what we got going on here. What are the strengths, weaknesses, what earth signs need to start doing, and what they need to stop doing? Okay, for earth signs. Strengths, please. We have imagination. You believe in your imagination. Listen, this goes hand in hand with the belief card here. Look at how the colors are the exact same. And these are two different decks. There's the white, there's the blue, there's the pink. The little purplish color even is in there. You believe in, and not to mention the green. You believe in your imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Listen, all day long. Through you speaking these truths and honoring them in discrediting yourself. You're not lying to yourself with limiting beliefs. You're not saying you can't do something or obtain something. You're speaking life into these visions, these dreams or goals that you're imagining for yourself. And that's coming up as a strength. So that is awesome. A weakness. I didn't even get to ask a question, so I'll give you a break. We'll see. If it comes back out, it was meant to be. Oh. Courage. I find inner strength to face fear with confidence. So with the courage card here, I feel like what this is saying is that even though you believe in your dreams, your goals, you're speaking your truth, and you're speaking positively about yourself, there may be a lack of courage in the action, so to speak, because this is just speaking. Believing is like thinking and feelings and emotions, but it's not really action. Even imagination has to do with the thought. So this could be due to fear of the unknown, of the potential outcome. Even though you believe in this dream, this goal, you know it could be successful, but it's just like, do you lack the courage behind the action that you take because you don't know for sure if it's gonna work. Oh no, my battery's dying. But hold please, let me fix this. Okay, and we're back. So I think that's why this is coming up as a weakness. And it could be due to past failures, but I think that as far as the creative visions that you have for yourself, you believe them, that they have the potential to be successful. It's just the actual action, so to speak, behind it. So what is something you need to start doing? Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight of awareness. That's interesting. I find inner strength to face my fear with confidence. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight of awareness. These two cards go hand in hand. You need to start doing this. Don't be in denial of the action that you want to take behind these goals, these dreams that you believe in. You believe in these goals to be successful, but it's just, you got to believe in the action that you're putting behind it. And maybe it's just you in general being the one to do the action. Like, you got to replace it with the awareness of why you're fearing and why there's this lack of confidence. And then once you determine that and realize it's an illusion, you can move past it. So I would try doing positive affirmations, things that you know to be true. Speak the truth on other accomplishments that you've successfully got off the ground in the past, and that'll help you remotivate yourself to actually do the action with the higher vibration. Because if you do something, you're like, oh, I don't think this is going to work, or oh, it's not going to be exactly how I want it to be, or if you don't believe in the action that you're doing, it's going to manifest like that. It's not going to be to its highest potential like you set forth or had the intentions to do originally. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So I feel like this is speaking to you believing in this dream, this goal. It's you understanding that it's something that is obtainable, but it's just like trusting in what it is that you really want to do. And communicating that, because the throat chakra definitely has to do with communication. So this is a truth that needs to be expressed outwardly in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like by you communicating these truths to other people, they come and possibly discourage you from taking action because they say, oh no, that's a great idea, but I would just wait. Or you should get this before you do this type energy. So then you feel like, oh, okay, well, it's still a good idea, but I just can't act on it right away. Or no, you can't act on it because what about your kids? Or, you know, you don't have time to do this. You got to work and you got to take care of your kids type energy. So it's like, don't feed into that, because that's not true. What you need to stop doing is doubting yourself. Who else got this? Somebody else got this card. But I release the need to know all the answers. Exactly. It's this fear of the unknown. I feel like when you communicate what you're trying to do, that you have envisioned for yourself, you don't have everything, like all the answers right then and there. And you know, when you tell somebody something like that, like a dream that you want to take, that's like a leap of faith behind it, you know, they hit you with 1,001 things that could go wrong and try to ask you 1,001 questions towards what you're going to do if that arises or when that happens, speaking it into existence for you. And it's like, dang, I ain't even tried to do it yet. Like, I'm just telling you about the vision that I got and I believe in it. And it's like, don't let their fear stir up your fear, if that makes sense. It's like you got to stay confident all the way around the board and maybe stop talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, or at least with those people, because negativity loves company. If somebody sees that you're trying to do better and thrive and really reach new limits in life, that could be very intimidating to the average person who's just used to doing society norms, like go to school, get a job, get old, get married, you know, that whole thing, versus like really living your life and being able to trip whenever you want, like that. I'm just using a big scale of example, or being able to buy whatever house you want, or being able to you know, spend as much money as you want without having to worry about a price tag, or be able to invest in stocks and bonds. That's not very, I mean, it's not uncommon, but in the average household, they don't have investments. They don't have stocks and bonds. They don't have CDs. You know what I'm saying? They don't have equity that's built up, or not equity, but like inheritance, if you will. It's typically, you know, kind of paycheck to paycheck. And if it's not really paycheck to paycheck, it's like, we gotta wait a few weeks, couple paychecks before we could do this type energy. And it's like, maybe your vision is so big and it's so outside of those parameters that people around you are like, get your head out the clouds. What are you doing? How are you gonna do this? Like, and you don't really have that step yet, because the center of this, it's black. So it's really trusting into the unknown, but you know it's the truth of yours. So go for it. Don't be indecisive about it. Just trust your intuition and it'll lead you. So, how this is affecting your children currently, and how this is affecting your children in the grand scheme of things long term. Let's take a look. I don't, what's the word I'm looking for? This is about as close as I want to get to doing an actual reading for children, or tapping into children energy, if you will. I feel like they're developing, they're evolving, and you know, it's too soon. So this is about as close as I'll get to that. I will never do anything like that, like unless I'm doing like vibes or something to help, like, which is essentially what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show and encourage, like, you know, you're on the right track, or how is this helping? And if it comes out as like a negative card, then it's like, okay, you should change that. Like, it doesn't have a good effect. But as far as like, oh, little Timmy is feeling left out in the cold and he needs to use his intuition, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's what? No. We're not about to do all that. So current effects, please. Simplicity. You are teaching your children that by speaking your truths, honoring your truths, look at this, and believing in them, it's that simple. You're taking a lot of stress off. That's half the battle right there, is having the courage to stand tall on what it is that you feel you believe, and know that it's your birthright. This is divinity all over this, though. Like, it's purity. Essentially, it's the soul. It's the truth. It's something that's naturally a part of you, with the throat chakra here. And this honesty, and you simplifying things, it's teaching your children that that's all it takes to start with. And all you need to do is with this feather here, I'm feeling like trusting God, trusting your angels in the universe. It's like, just go with the flow of things. Keep it simple. Be light as a feather with this. Don't be too heavy on the energy, because you know when you're trying to bring dreams into fruition, if you're constantly like, oh my gosh, please, I just want to make this, I want to do this, and da-da-da. Like, it's like, no, you're putting too much emphasis on it. You got to flow with it. Don't stress it, and just release it and let it go, and it'll come to you. And so the long term, forgiveness wanted to fly out, and then we have stillness at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like the long term, it's to do with surrendering. It's like surrendering to the limiting beliefs around you that were imposed upon you, that were coming from people's shadow aspect or their shadow side, so to speak. So it's like believing that you can't do something if you don't have all this money, believing that if you're so old or a certain age, you can't, believing that if you're a certain age, it's too late to try to do something different, believing that you can't obtain abundance in your lifetime. It's just not realistic for that family bloodline, so to speak. But it's just like, no, you could always break society norms, your family's norms. Maybe they set the bar low for you because they don't want you to exceed them, or they feel like they've reached the highest heights that the family's gonna see. And it's like, well, don't try to down talk on me. Like, you know, just because my dream is bigger than where you've made it doesn't mean that I can't make it to my dream. It is possible. It's never too late. And so it's like having forgiveness for yourself too. I feel like from the denial card being here in doubt, that's a shadow side of yourself too. So forgiving yourself for not believing in yourself sooner type energy, just releasing and recharging yourself essentially, especially with the wand and crescent moon there. So I think that this is saying releasing the shadow aspects that have been imposed upon you, limiting beliefs and things like that, so that way the sun can come out clearly. And stillness is at the bottom of the deck. So with stillness, the frozen tundra. Take a step back from a project, situation, or a relationship, even if just for a few moments. Mend bridges, slow down, breathe, be still, go within, listen to your inner voice. All of that is simplicity, to say the least, and forgiveness incorporated. When you forgive, you release the burdensome energy of the hurt, of wondering if somebody's going to do it again, of thinking somebody's always out to get you. And you're able to really walk away from things if they're no longer serving you, because they don't have energy over you anymore. So take time to connect with your spirit guides, ancestors, and spiritual guardians. Listen to your higher self. Timing is everything. This is not a good time to start a new cycle. Wait, incubate, fix things that need fixing, heal things that need healing. Think things through. Forgive yourself and others. If things seem barren or even bleak, hold on. Just as migrating birds find new life in the tundra marshes in the summer, you too will expand once again during the coming thaw in your life. And this to me is speaking to what you did in order to get to this belief in this throat chakra. You had to come to this point of stillness. When you're still and silent, those are the first steps to manifesting, to getting the downloads, the information that you need, to discovering what it is that your heart chakra is desiring. Look at this card here. The colors are the same. The green is in there minus the red, but the green is in there, the white is in there, and the blue is in there. And you're coming out of this thawed period. You taught your kids patience. You taught your kids how to reflect inward, how to discover this self-worth, how to take the time to do it and be patient with the process and go in. So that's beautiful. Those are good long-term effects. You definitely want your kids to have forgiveness in their heart, so that way they're not holding on to baggage. Now we're going to look at your spiritual, mental, and emotional energy. I'll get you some additional advice, and then a future card or direction this is headed, and that'll conclude your reading. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, so the mental energy. A transformation has already taken place. It's on the floor. The Death card, Knight of Swords. You're ready to take action. You're thinking very logically. This is what fell on the floor. But you're thinking very logically. You are focused on what it is that you want to do, and you're charging towards it. You're all in your headspace here with this sword being here. So it's like you're not hesitating towards action in your mind. Anyway, like I said, your imagination's running wild. In your mind, you know the steps that you need to take mentally, but maybe you're lacking the courage to do this and doubting yourself when it comes to physically actually doing that. So when I say you're taking action quickly, I mean like with these ideas, you're making plans, you're writing it out, you're creating the steps that you need to do, you're creating the vision board, you're seeing the vision daily, meditating on it, possibly I feel like you could be meditating, especially with these cards coming up. But essentially, this is you having a clear-cut idea and a way to execute what it is that you're trying to do. And emotionally, King of Cups, you're in tune with what it is that you desire, this self-love and the love of this idea. You're very passionate about it. The Ace of Cups is on the ground in reverse. And the Ace of Cups in reverse to me is telling me that it's a self-love that was acquired during this transformation period. I feel like you've done that, and then with the Queen of Cups here, she fell out in the upright. You're in tune with your emotions, but you're putting a lid on the emotions that are no longer serving you. I don't think this is a coincidence, and I've never seen it like this before, but the Ace of Cups here, just seeing the hand in the reverse and then seeing her hand holding the cup, even though it's not the same, I feel like you've acquired self-love, and in return you're putting a lid on the lack of love that you were receiving from other people, that you were expressing to yourself. You're no longer holding on to those emotions. They're not serving you. So you went from being the queen to being the king with an even bigger cup here. Look, and the Emperor is at the bottom. This is you stepping into leadership all day long. Not being afraid to express your emotions towards this opportunity. So when we look at your spiritual, we have the High Priestess all day long. Very intuitive, very trusting. You're setting intentions, you're making plans, you're organizing, like I said, taking swift action towards that. You understand the divinity in the situation, how it's a purpose, it's a calling, how you have to trust in God in the process at the same time. So this is the energy of your spirit at the moment. You're in this High Priestess energy where you're trusting your intuition. So when we look, the Wheel of Fortune, things are coming in your favor. You know that this is going to work in your favor. You just need to expand on it. So physically, the Star. The Star. Some of you, this is you becoming an actual star. Like I said, I didn't think I said that in the beginning for no reason. Like big abundance, like bigger dreams than people in your family have been able to obtain. Like imagination running wild with how big this could actually be for you. You're very hopeful of this, and you're pouring everything you've got into it, and you're staying focused on this goal and this dream. When I say everything you got, all your emotions, all of your energy, planning and thinking it out thoroughly, but it's just you, it's time to take action and go for it. Because I got the Transformation card, I got the Page of Wands, the Four of Wands, and then the Knight of Wands and the King of Swords. This is your truth. So what I take from seeing these cards right here is that you transform. In that transformation, you discovered this new idea. You're studying it. You're figuring out what you need to do, the resources that you need to take. You realize that it's something that brings you a lot of happiness. It's something that could bring a lot of stability to you and your children as well. And you're wavering back and forth on the action that you want to take with the Knight of Wands. And it's like, no, you need this to be over in the physical. Like, stop. Don't hesitate. Like, you believe in it. You know you're going to be a star. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like you're hesitating. And that speaks to this courage card. The lacking the courage to do the actual work. So stop doing that. That's what I got to say to that. And now we're gonna look at the additional advice that'll help you bring this in and go through with this. All right. So for earth signs, please. All right. So additional advice. That's funny. I'm doing earth signs and earth came out. Contains all you need to grow. So connect with nature. With the stillness card that came up at the bottom of the deck in this one. And it was, I think that might have been one of the things where it said meditate and connect with your angels, your guides and stuff like that. Going for walks in nature and paying attention to animals and things of that nature, being around water. It'll just really allow you to clear your mind. It'll help you stay in this simplistic energy, so to speak, and be able to fully have clear plans that you'll see, okay, I can execute this like this. You could even get visions of outcomes, so to speak, depending on how deep you go. So definitely something I would start to incorporate. We have air, drink the wild air, get out there, don't be scared. This is speaking to that Knight of Wands energy. Just go for it. Take that leap of faith. Just do it. Don't even think about it. Just do what it is that you know is going to be a good idea and watch how it unfolds for you. Good Lord. Yes. Yes. Some of you guys are asking, you've been asking this whole video, like, is this the dream that she's talking about? Is this the position, the role that I'm going to be, where I'm centerfold, I'm the star? Yes. Yes to your dreams, to your imagination. That's what I got for you. So, what was at the bottom of the deck? Play. Don't forget to play and have fun. Maybe that's what it is too. You guys are so wanting this that badly where it's like you're forgetting to have fun. Don't forget to enjoy the moment. Make it simple. Keep it simple. So, for the potential outcome, the direction that this is headed in, please. For earth signs. Oh my goodness. Everybody else got one card and y'all had two. We got the Lovers and then we have Family Room. So for some of you, this could bring in new love physically. Others of you, this is just you connecting to the yin and the yang energy, being in harmony with that, which is strongly what I'm picking up after just thinking about that courage card, because it's like the feminine side is the yin, and it's like the emotions into it. That's the intuitiveness, the direction, you know what I mean, the feeling in it, and it's like the visions, so to speak. The masculinity is the action, he's the doer, and that's what is being connected here with 15. So with the Family Room, I feel like this is speaking to your comfort zone, essentially. So let's look this up. Family Room. Mid-morning coffee is served in Burgoy's drawing room. True Victorian style, the drawing room in better houses was of the formal parlor and was a place to withdraw to for entertaining close friends and family. Society visits would have been kept in the formal parlor. So we know we're in a welcoming and supportive space where secrets and personal matters may be shared. Literally, it's a room and stands for all private or enclosed spaces such as living room, hotel rooms, office with doors, apartments. More abstractly, it represents privacy and intimacy. The sense of closeness can also refer a time and place, as in soon, near, or right next to you, or shortly, no more than a month Listen, some of you, this is a confirmation of a time frame of this yes coming into you by you linking up with this energy. This is speaking to time. Everything is coming in very quickly for you. So you please release this doubt. Know that you have everything inside of you to bring this in. Like, that's what this is speaking to too. Like, you are the star. Some of you guys are about to be a star. For real, for real. That energy is really strong. I'm getting goosebumps. Look at that. I'm not kidding. Like, this is really big. Whatever it is that some of you, this is really, really big. And you're getting a yes from the universe. So please jump out there and don't be afraid. Just go for it. Don't overthink it. You already have what it is that you need. You got these plans. Like, and with the privacy and intimacy here, this is also to me saying, this is saying that you need to keep your thoughts to yourself from certain people. You know the people that you would invite into this setting, into this family room. If it's somebody that's from outside that you're not really close with, you know, you take them to a more formal setting where you're not that intimate with them. So only those that are close to you are allowed to come and sip this tea of what it is that you're doing and what you're trying to manifest and sharing this emotion. And I feel like that's your kids, that's your close friends that aren't downing you or infusing this denial and doubt and this imaginative vision that you have for yourself for creative expression. I think you should go for it. So that's what I got for you guys. It's a big yes from the universe from what I can see, earth signs. So if you found this helpful, let me know in the comments down below, or hit that like button. Share this with somebody that you think needs to hear this. And I'm sending you lots of love, peace, clarity, and abundance and overflow. And until my next video, continue to vibe high. Bye.